Ladies and gentlemen, we gather today not merely to discuss football, but to explore its profound undercurrents, to delve into the intellectual tapestry woven within its passionate chaos. Football, in its purest form, is a spectacle of human emotion. Triumph and despair, elation and frustration, all unfolding in real time on a verdant stage. Yet, amidst this maelstrom of sentiment, there emerges, occasionally, a figure who transcends the immediate result, who seeks a deeper meaning, a more enduring philosophy within the beautiful game. One such figure, indelibly etched into the annals of sporting history, is Arsène Wenger, affectionately known as Le Professeur. Wenger's 22-year tenure at Arsenal Football Club was more than a managerial reign. It was a sustained exercise in intellectual rigor, a masterclass in developing not just footballers, but complete individuals. While he may never have explicitly declared himself a student of Stoicism, his life's work, his public demeanor, and the very principles underpinning his distinctive footballing philosophy are remarkably, almost uncannily, resonant with the ancient wisdom of Stoic thought. It is this fascinating convergence of the pitch and the academy, of athletic pursuit and philosophical contemplation, that we shall explore today. At its heart, Stoicism is a philosophy of virtue, reason, and an unwavering focus on what lies within our control. It champions emotional discipline, strategic thinking, and a quiet resilience in the face of life's inevitable adversities. Does this not inherently sound like the blueprint for navigating the volatile, high-stakes world of professional football? Wenger, with his calm demeanor, his academic background, and his steadfast commitment to a particular vision, embodied these very tenets. He brought to football a rare blend of passion tempered by logic, a revolutionary spirit grounded in consistent principles. Consider, for a moment, the Stoic ideal of emotional discipline and composure. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, they all urged us to master our internal landscape, to prevent our passions from dictating our actions. In the whirlwind of a football match, where fortunes can turn in an instant, where a single decision can ignite euphoria or despair, Wenger stood as an island of calm. His sideline presence, often a study in quiet intensity, rarely betrayed the frantic energy of the game. His post-match press conferences, even after devastating defeats or contentious victories, were notable for their measured tone, their intellectual analysis, and his remarkable ability to articulate rational thought where others might succumb to anger or self-pity. This composure was not indifference. It was a profound act of self-control, a conscious choice to respond with reason rather than reactivity, thereby projecting an invaluable stability onto his players and the entire club. He understood that clarity of thought could only be achieved through emotional equilibrium. This leads us to perhaps the most fundamental Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us to distinguish between what is up to us, our judgments, our impulses, our desires, our actions, and what is not up to us, our bodies, our possessions, our reputation, and indeed the outcome of a football match. Wenger's entire managerial approach was built upon this very distinction. What was within his control? The training methods, the tactical blueprint, the player development, the nutritional science, the psychological preparation of his squad, the culture he fostered within the dressing room. He meticulously obsessed over these internal elements, knowing they were his levers for influence. What was outside his control? Referee decisions, the bounce of the ball, the opposition's brilliance on a given day, the media's often sensationalist narratives, the fickle judgment of fans. While these external factors undoubtedly impacted his career, Wenger consistently demonstrated a profound equanimity towards them. He refused to allow them to derail his process, to corrupt his internal standards. His focus was always inward, on perfecting the craft, on enhancing the inherent quality of his team, rather than being consumed by the uncontrollable vagaries of fortune. This unwavering dedication to the process over the mere outcome is a testament to his Stoic understanding of agency. The journey of any long-serving manager is fraught with adversity, and Wenger's career was no exception. From periods of unparalleled success, like the Invincibles season, to protracted challenges such as the financial constraints imposed by building the Emirates Stadium and the subsequent years of title drought, Wenger endured it all. Yet, His resilience and equanimity in adversity remained a constant. Where others might have caved under immense pressure, bowed to public clamor for immediate, perhaps unsustainable, changes, Wenger held firm to his principles. He cultivated a belief in long-term vision, in developing talent rather than buying instant success, in the inherent beauty of a particular style of play. This was not stubbornness. It was the Stoic virtue of steadfastness, a recognition that external challenges are opportunities to strengthen one's character and principles. He understood that true fortitude lay not in avoiding hardship, but in facing it with an unshakable inner calm. This philosophical underpinning extended to his emphasis on process over outcome. For Wenger, the manner in which football was played held as much significance as the result itself. He championed an aesthetically pleasing, intelligent, and fluid style of play, Wenger ball, as it became known, characterized by quick passes, intelligent movement, and a commitment to attacking football. He believed that if the process was pure, if the players understood the game's deeper principles, if they executed their roles with clarity and conviction, then the favorable outcomes would naturally follow. And crucially, even when the desired outcome eluded them, the integrity of the process, the commitment to their footballing identity, remained intact. This mirrors the Stoic emphasis on living virtuously, performing one's duties to the best of one's ability, irrespective of external rewards or punishments. The virtuous action itself is the reward. Finally, we observe the hallmark of rationality and strategic thinking that earned him the moniker Le Professeur. Stoicism is a philosophy of reason, advocating for a methodical, logical approach to understanding the world and our place within it. Wenger brought this intellectual rigor to the pitch. His innovations in diet, training methodology, scouting networks, and player analysis were groundbreaking. He was a pioneer who saw football not just as a physical contest, but as a complex intellectual puzzle, a game to be understood, dissected, and mastered through strategic thought. He empowered his players through knowledge, encouraging them to think for themselves, to understand the why behind every tactical instruction. This rational, strategic approach enabled him to consistently build competitive teams, often against superior financial might, through sheer intellect and a profound belief in the power of thoughtful preparation. In conclusion, Arsene Wenger's journey through the world of football offers us a compelling, real-world case study in applied philosophy. While he may not have lectured on Epictetus or quoted Marcus Aurelius, his managerial ethos, his personal conduct, and his deep-seated belief system were remarkably aligned with Stoic principles. He demonstrated that even in the most fervent arenas of human endeavor, where passion often dictates reason, it is possible to cultivate emotional discipline, to focus on what lies within one's control, to exhibit resilience in the face of adversity, to value the process over the mere outcome, and to guide with rationality and strategic vision. Wenger elevated the game, not just through trophies and unforgettable moments, but by imbuing it with an intellectual and ethical depth, leaving behind a legacy that transcends the pitch. His was a football philosophy explained and profoundly lived through the quiet, enduring wisdom of Stoicism. Thank you.